everyone to Caleb Watches Movies, the channel where I, Caleb, randomly select from one of the many movies that I own and I watch and review them for you, especially days like today where I actually sit down and I literally watch a movie for you, for the people, because that's what I do. I like watching movies for you, and today is the best day of the entire year. It is Halloween. So I thought, what is the best way to wrap up Halloween that actually celebrate the day that we're supposed to be celebrating, which is Dia de los Muertos, which is actually November 1st, which is tomorrow. So I thought this was very fitting to actually sit down and watch this movie that I haven't watched in a while. I've only watched it once because when I watched it the first time, it emotionally destroyed me. And that is the Disney film Coco. Of course, we're talking about it because it does deal with the Day of the Dead and these characters going into the afterlife and coming back and the importance of family and tradition and honoring your ancestors, just a whole bunch of things that I do in my everyday life. Now, you didn't click on this video because you just like looking at my face, which, you know, who doesn't? But you want me to get to watching this movie, so let's get into it. This is the first time I'm going to be watching Coco in many, many years. I have forgotten all of the characters' names. I have forgotten really like what the story is. I do remember the ending though, and that ending song, Remember Me. I'm probably going to be a blubbering mess again, which is usually what happens in these watch-along videos. I need to pick better movies for me to watch live in person, so I'm not always frickin' crying in every single goddamn one of them. So here it is, me reacting to watching Coco for the first time in a very long time. Yeah. Already I'm in love with the music from what I remember. I've actually been trying to learn Spanish or relearn Spanish. I took a couple of years of it in high school, and of course, you know, I just use it all the frickin' time. But I've actually been doing Duolingo for over 200 days straight, so hopefully... Oh, hey, look, it's the murdering lantern. Yeah, that's right, you're a murderer. Leave the eye alone. Look what he did! We need to arrest this man! I love the concept behind this festival and this holiday. I wish I was more into my ancestors and in my beliefs of my ancestors.
I think I'm cursed because of something that happened before I was even born.
Tell me about it, kid.
He and his family would sing and dance and count their blessings.
Instead of sheep. White Christmas reference.
And one day, he left with his guitar and never returned.
Dick. I love the telling of this story through all the festival banners.
Candy, or fireworks, or sparkly underwear for wrestlers? But no, she chose shoes.
Hey, shoes is a very important thing to have. Try going without shoes, brah. It is a family tradition. Tradition, tradition.
Who's my great-great-grandmother? Mama Imelda.
And she looks pissed. But that's the mother of Coco, the great-grandmother in this movie. There she is, of course. I remember the first time watching this thinking, like, why is this movie called Coco when it's about this character who is barely in it? But then, of course, as you go through the movie, you realize that really all the actions and everyone is all surrounding her.
No music! No music! No music!
I cannot imagine living in a household where music is not allowed. Music is like the most universal art form. Every single family, culture, society has their own tunes and their own songs that they sing at their own festivals, at their own gatherings. To be in a family where music is just not allowed, I can't even imagine it. So seeing this is like, they're outlawing music? Really? Really? When has that ever happened before? And when has that ever last? Yeah. You little puppy.
I know I'm not supposed to love music, but it's not my fault.
It is not your fault. The hardest thing about learning Spanish is when you're hearing the examples, just how much it all blends together. Like when you're learning it, you learn it like word by word, and you're like, oh, okay, I get it. But then when you actually hear just a commoner speak Spanish, it all just flows together and it all seems so fast. Of course, it's part of the learning process, which I'm going to try to get better at. I want to learn Spanish and speak it fluently.
Though I have to say goodbye, remember me. Don't let it make you cry.
This is the Broadway version. I like the more intimate version that we get in the end. And I need to stop thinking about that or else I'm going to start crying here in the first 10 minutes. And I don't want to do that.
When he was crushed by a giant bell.
I remember being very impressed that Disney actually did a movie like this, because when it comes to diversity in their cartoon film catalog, there's really not any. You gonna play? Whoa.
You will come home now.
He don't wanna. I can read Spanish okay, but the speaking and comprehension, it takes a little bit.
You have to have talent to be in a talent show.
What are
Oh.
you gonna do, Shine Shoes?
Oh! Burn! And how progressive is this movie dealing with the afterlife just in general? That's a hard thing for children to comprehend and to understand. It's hard for adults to understand. But here's a movie where it deals with death and deals with the afterlife and how important it is to kind of take that trip across that bridge eventually. That is the Disney formula. You need to have some type of animal going along with your protagonist. You have to. Because they're so dang good at it. Oh, he has his own little shrine to his poppy, or who he thinks is his poppy. Yeah. I think one of the messages of this movie is to don't meet your heroes. Don't, because they usually turn up to be dicks. I love the sound of a Spanish guitar. Very pretty. Looking at him playing the guitar and seeing what music is doing to him and how happy and fulfilled he feels by playing it, just think about just outlawing that in your home and saying, no, don't do that. Don't do what makes you happy.
No. We have to make a clear path. The petals guide our ancestors home. We don't...
Oh, that's interesting. So it's a pathway from their family home to the cemetery. Oh, that's very beautiful. They lied to him.
All that time he spends in the plaza.
Fills his head with crazy fantasies.
It's not a
Yeah,
fantasy.
the plaza will do it. My family would hate me because I feel like I've abandoned them. I make my own family. That's my belief. Listen to your son.
Mama!
You suck.
I need a guitar just for a little bit.
Get out of here, kid.
Yeah. You don't take a mariachi band's guitar. Oh, look at that. Ah, it's so pretty. That's what I remember about this movie the most. The animation, just the color palette. So gorgeous. Are you stealing from a dead man? Are you trying to steal something from a dead man? Yeah. Take a dead man's guitar. Nothing bad's gonna happen when taking a dead man's things. Yeah. Apparently everyone heard the guitar strum. Interesting. I see dead people.
Remind me how I know you. We're your family, mijo.
That's how I am. Whenever one of my parents talk about a family member, a distant family member, I'm like, I have no idea. So and so got into this college. So and so is sick. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know things. I don't know people. I just have my wife and my cats and my friends. That's all I got. Look at that. Look at that color. Oh, I love it. Don't lose the puppy. Yeah. Just got chills. Just look at that. Oh, it's beautiful. I got freaking chills just from the colors alone. Oh, it's gorgeous. The artistry behind this animation in this film is wonderful. I love that there's a TSA even in the afterlife. Doesn't that make you feel great about the afterlife? No, we lock that down. We lock that airplane down. We're declaring a small child. You would rather let him slowly die and stay there than have him do something that he really wants to do. That is how stubborn this family is. So you gotta be very popular in your family, I guess, to get the perks of coming back to the living. I guarantee I would not get those perks in my family. I remember the first time I watched this, and I'm pretty sure it was around this time where I started to put everything together and I started realizing where we were going. And I remember, just bursting into tears in the middle of the living room, and my wife is sitting next to me. She's like, what are you doing? What's going on? And I said, I know how this movie ends. I know where this is going. And it's beautiful. It's a very predictable movie. It's a very simple movie. Like, the second that everyone is introduced here, personally, for me, I knew exactly where it was going, but just because something is predictable doesn't mean that it's terrible. Hello. It's absurdist performance art. It's weird stuff. Oh, I love that his fingers are starting to become bones, like all of them are. I like that. So if you're forgotten long enough, you just kind of fade off into obscurity. That's really, really sad. And actually, it's like my biggest fear that I have is kind of just that stopping of your legacy. Again, this movie is dealing with a lot of very adult themes, and it's very impressive. You die in one life, and then you die in the afterlife. That's terrible. Look at Dante just...
Well, what are you gonna play?
Definitely remember me.
No, not that one. No.
Come on, it's his most
Everyone
popular
is doing
song.
it. I've learned the lesson the hard way in auditions and in performances. Don't do what everyone else is doing. Don't bring in a song that everyone has heard 50 different times. Be special. Be unique. Apparently the crowd likes marching bands. Not the punk rockers. I can't believe this crowd is like, yeah, for the marching band. You can do it. Yes, breathe. It's a totally different monster to be able to play guitar and sing at the same time. I wish they would have established that he could sing earlier on. Maybe just a short little song. We only established that he could play guitar.
You did good. I'm proud of you.
That's right. He's proud of you. Oh, he's angry. Now I know where AEW wrestler Darby Allin got his gimmick from. Could you at least give him the blessing to just go home? Why do you need the music thing attached to it? I know, because she was abandoned. I get it. Sucks, you know?
I wanted to put down roots. He wanted to play for the world. We each made a sacrifice.
Should have had that conversation early on in your relationship. I see it from both points. The grandparent is doing, or at least trying to be responsible here, but they're being stubborn. And the kid is also being stubborn, but he's also trying to do the thing that makes him happy.
Oh, El Santo.
Oh, El Santo's ready. Snack it to a Slim Jim, Santo.
Hey guys, it's Poco Loco!
You were on fire tonight. You too. Hey, musician to musician.
And they did. They did choose the marching band. The marching band won. It's a wiener porcupine. It's got a guitar pool. It's when you know you made it in the afterlife.
You know, I did all my own stunts.
I call BS on that. It's gotta be nice being a celebrity. And after you die, I guess the first time, you'll be remembered for a very long time. Kind of the reason why I do this channel is because something of me will be recorded and could be watched after I'm gone, supposedly. That's why I really love this movie, is because it deals with the tough subject of death and remembrance and legacy. Things that are important to me and things that I fear a lot. So they straight up had murder in a Disney movie. Love the green hue of the pool. Oh, this is creepy.
Do whatever it takes to seize your moment. I know you understand.
No! No!
Yep. Never meet your heroes, kids. Never. Because they're usually jerks. Look at how realistic his skin and hair look after being wet. It looks so good.
Just wanted to see her again. I never
Thank
should
God.
have left Santa Cecilia.
I'm gonna start crying.
Where did you get this?
That's my mama Coco. That's my mama Imelda. Is that you?
Mm-hmm. God. Oh, it's not even the end of the movie yet.
Maybe put up my photo. But it never happened.
Technically, she did. Your body's in that picture. That's you. See, I like this version way more than the showboaty Broadway version. This one means so much more. He stole your guitar. He copyrighted your songs. Dishonor on you. Dishonor on your cow.
Are you kidding? A minute ago I thought I was related to a murderer. You're a total...
I think technically we all are. Just with the history of the world and what happened. think we're all related to some type of murderer in some generation, in some century. He's his great-grandfather, and his wife is in the afterlife. It's amazing that they have never met each other for the hundreds of years that they have been living in the same afterlife city. He's the best spirit guide. It's okay. You're getting your magical powers. Hell yeah. Yeah. Okay, so they have met each other in the afterlife. Gotcha.
You don't have to forgive him. But we shouldn't forget him.
Ooh, I like that line. That is a good line. Ooh, wow. That one cuts deep.
So how do we get to De La Cruz?
By flight, of course. Apparently that theater company, does not allow an open flame on stage. So they have to do the fire paper. Jump off. You jump off. Or you know what? Hey, just stand there. Yeah, you remember how much fun music is, huh? Uh-huh. Yeah, you just been filmed, son. Always bring fruit. They always bring fruit to a concert just in case they hate it. Oh no.
Coco.
No.
And what's sad about that is that it means that Coco's
It's
fading.
almost sunrise.
Because her mind is going. Go, you gotta make her remember. Kid still stole a dead man's guitar, though. Oh god, it's already happening. Oh, I love her animation. Look at her detail of her skin.
Remember me.
Oh, God. Oh. And then what that means for the rest of the family, just to see that. She's so happy. And that's why this movie's called Coco. Oh, God. Ugh. There we go. There it is. So apparently, by definition, for a picture to be a picture, you need to have the face in it. Otherwise, you're not in the picture. Oh, God. Ah. God. Man. But she's with her papi and she's with her mama. Now they can visit their family. As a family. Oh, God. Oh, just saying that out loud. Wow. See, isn't it nice to have music in the background while you're celebrating and while you're working? It's kind of nice. The whole outlawing music thing, it's stupid. Oh, that is so beautiful. I love that movie so much. And it's simple. It's predictable, right? I predicted it halfway through the first time I watched this movie. I predicted that exact same thing happening. But because it's predictable, it doesn't mean that it's terrible. Because there are when you set up certain things in a story, it kind of has to play out a certain way for it to have a happy ending. And that's just, it's a beautiful, beautiful ending. It's a beautiful movie. The cinematography, the animation is gorgeous. The color palettes, it looks like a whole painting on screen. And the music is great too. Remember Me is a great song. I love this movie so much. This is why I wanted to watch it, to give my reaction. This is the second time I've watched it, and it hit me just as hard emotionally as it did the first time. I'm going to give Coco 5 out of 5 Blu-rays.
I think I see blue. He looks glorious.
So guys, if you've seen Coco, what did you think about it? Or if you've never seen it before and you watched it for the first time along with me, then comment below, let me know what you thought about it. And as always, if you like what you see here, if you like my take on movies, then hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell to know the next time I release the next movie review. So guys, I will see you next time on the channel, but in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.